military is facing criticism for bringing a controversial Islamic speaker to Fort Hood. This comes just 1 month after a radical Muslim shooting spree there that killed 13 soldiers. Dr. Louay Safi lectured on Islam last week to U.S. troops about to deploy to Afghanistan. CBN News terrorism analyst Eric Stakelbeck has more on why this has some upset. Eric?
Dr. Louay Safi is a top official for the Islamic Society of North America, or ISNA. Now, in 2007, that group was named as an unindicted co-conspirator in the largest terrorism financing trial in U.S. history. Evidence introduced at that trial showed that ISNA is closely tied to the Muslim Brotherhood. The Brotherhood is a global Islamic jihadist movement that laid the foundation for groups like Al-Qaeda and Hamas. Safi has also worked for a Saudi-funded organization called the International Institute of Islamic Thought. That group has long been on the radar screen of federal investigators. So how was Safi chosen to speak at Fort Hood? A Fort Hood spokesman told CBN News that all of the speakers have been vetted and that Safi was vetted as other speakers and that his views were not found to be radical. Lee?
Eric, let me ask you, how could this happen? It seemed like with the leadership at Fort Hood, it should have raised some sort of red flag. Did they admit that at least?
Lee, they didn't. Actually, Lee, all of this information about Safi is readily available by doing a simple Google search. But a Fort Hood spokesman told me that there were no red flags raised in their research of Safi. They said that his viewpoints and his ideology lined up perfectly with the course they were teaching. The course was about the theology of Islam. So, Lee, we had Safi, a situation where a guy like Louay Safi, who was captured on FBI wiretaps in 1995, Lee, talking to a convicted Palestinian terrorist. We had this guy lecturing to U.S. troops of the 135th Expeditionary Unit about Islam before they were ready to depart for Afghanistan. It really boggles the mind, Lee. But Safi isn't the only ISNA representative to meet in the highest echelons of the U.S. government. The president of ISNA actually spoke at a prayer breakfast for President Obama during his inauguration last year. And also the FBI meets with members of ISNA and the Department of Justice, Lee. This is across the board a big problem.
Eric, I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. Well, I'm not shocked either. The American people have just decided they're going to be willingly blind to the facts at hand. They will not identify Islam for what it is. They will not identify this radical ideology, and they will not identify the sources. If they would go back and read the Quran, if they'd go back and see what Muhammad said, if they'd go back and see what the Muslims and the people in the various mosques are saying, what these imams are teaching. It's shocking. The Brotherhood is what killed Anwar Sadat, isn't it?
Absolutely, Pat. The Brotherhood is the granddaddy of them all. The granddaddy of all the Islamic jihadist terrorist groups. Al-Qaeda, Hamas. Hamas, Pat, which has killed thousands of Israeli civilians and several American civilians, is the Palestinian branch of the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, the most dangerous thing about the Brotherhood is they are a wolf in sheep's clothing. They'll be dressed like you and I, Pat. They'll be wearing suits, ties, very eloquent, very well spoken, very well educated, and this enables them to enter the halls of power with their stealth jihad agenda.
All right, Eric, thank you for that report, and keep us updated on that, if you will.
I will, Lee. Thank you.